Hello everyone, it's me again, Kiana, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing my February book haul. In the month of February, I bought a lot of books, but I also started buying ebooks. I'm going to talk about the ebooks last because we have a lot of physical books to get to, so let's just go ahead and get started with the video. The first book I bought, well, not the first book, but one book that I bought, I found on Goodwill because I want to own all of these and read them because I had them before and I don't know why I gave them away. And that is The Vampire Diaries, book 3 and 4, which is The Fury and Dark Reunion by L.J. Smith. Everyone knows The Vampire Diaries with Legan and Gilbert, Damon and Stefan Salvatore, but the books go more in depth. We learn about angels, fairies, magic, stuff like that. The TV shows are really good, but it just doesn't touch base on a lot of it. By book 3 and 4, it should follow season 3 and 4, where Elena gets turned into a vampire and all of that, but I do want to collect at least the next third book before I start rereading it. I then bought, because so many people have been talking about it, and I think the second and third book have already come out for this, and that is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. This is a thriller, and this is a story of an investigation turned obsession. Pretty and popular high school senior Andy Bell was murdered by her boyfriend Sal Singh, who then killed himself. It was all anyone could talk about, and 5 years later, Pip sees how the tragedy still haunts her town. Now a senior herself, Pip decides to re-examine the closed case for her final project, at first just to cast doubt on the original investigation, but soon she discovers a trail of dark secrets that might actually prove Sal innocent, and the line between past and present begins to blur. Someone in Fairview doesn't want Pip digging around for answers, and now her own life might be in danger. This seems really good. It's a very floppy. I just ordered it, so I want to like branch out and read more genres I don't necessarily read all the time, so I'm really excited for this. Another book I picked up because I've been seeing these all around is As Old as Time, A Twisted Tale by Liz Braswell. This is basically, what if it was Belle's mother who was the witch that cursed the beast? They have a whole series of like Aladdin, Sleeping Beauty, Mulan, Frozen. Beauty and the Beast is one of my favorite Disney princesses and Disney movies ever, and this is just basically, yeah, what it, Belle is, you know, smart, resourceful, relentless. She longs to escape her poor town, despite her father's reluctance to leave. Belle's mother, in case her mother returns, who Belle doesn't remember, Belle also happens to be a captive of a terrifying angry beast. But when she touches the beast's enchanted rose, intriguing images flood her mind. Images of her mother she believes she would never see again. Stranger still, she sees that her mother is none other than the beautiful enchantress who cursed the beast, his castle, and all its inhabitants. So yeah, this is actually a pretty like thick book. It's about almost 500 pages. So yeah, I'm really excited to read this. Another book, I feel like March was like really long because I remember buying this in the beginning of the month, is You Have a Match by Emma Lord. And then the description is really weird because it's about a girl who does a DNA test to basically give her friend in love entrance Leo a nudge. When she finds out that she has a sister who is an Instagram star, she then goes to this camp. So the description didn't really make that much sense, but I really did enjoy Tweet Cute by Emma Lord, and a lot of people rave this is a Reese Witherspoon young adult book club, so I'm looking forward to this as well. I then of course bought the sequel to All the Stars and Teeth, which is All the Tides and Fate by Adeline Grace. This is the Barnes & Noble one. It's just basically break the curse, save the kingdom, reclaim her magic, the queen must prevail. In this one, the curse must break through blood and sacrifice. Amora has conquered a rebellion and taken her rightful place as queen. Now with the island in turmoil and people questioning her authority, Amora cannot allow anyone to see her weakness. No one can know about the curse in her bloodline. No one can know she lost her magic. No one can know the truth about the boy who holds the missing half of her soul. To save herself and Visita, Amora embarks on a desperate quest for a mythical artifact that could fix everything. But it comes at a terrible cost. As she tries to balance her loyalty to her people, her crew, and the desires of her heart, Amora will soon discover that the power to rule might destroy her. I really did enjoy the first book. Tabbed it up. I do plan on doing a book review, so I am anticipating to love this one as well. As I stated before, I did want to get into poetry, and one author that I've been loving a lot is Amanda Lovelace, so I bought Break Your Glass Slippers by Amanda Lovelace. It says on the back, "Dear Prince, if you tried to find me now, you wouldn't be able to. You see, when I finally learned how to love myself, everything about me changed." This is actually really adorable because it has like drawings in it. I loved her first one, The Princess Herself, in this one. I didn't like The Witch's Burn in this one, but I am looking forward to reading more of her collections. My most anticipated release of the year came out in February, and that is this big chunker, A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas, which follows Nessian and Cassian as they go on their journey. This hunker is almost 800 pages. I still have not opened it because, like, I have a TBR. It's set. I am not ready for the slump that comes after, but I so desperately want to be back in the world of Feyre, Rhysand, and all of them. So I'm looking forward to this. And then my 2 graphic novels before I move on to my ebooks. I bought Saga Volume 5 by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples. I have read this entire series. I'm just now collecting them. This is about 2 people who, Marco and his girlfriend, I forgot what her name is. What is her name? Alana. So this follows Marco and Alana. They're from 2 different planets. And they're basically not supposed to fall in love with each other, but they do, and they end up having a daughter named Hazel, which is a big no-no because she's from 2 different planets who are at war from each other. There's about 9 volumes out. We just got news that Brian is going to continue on with the series, and I'm looking forward to it. And then I also brought Lumberjanes Volume 17, Smitten of the Stars. Lumberjanes is one of my favorite series that follows a bunch of girls who go to camp with one another, and magical stuff happens. So yes. So now we're going to talk about the ebooks I have, because I bought 2. The first one I bought is Rent a Boyfriend by Gloria Chow. This girl named Chloe Wang, and she is nervous to introduce her parents to her boyfriend, because the truth is she hasn't met him yet either. She hired him for Rent Your Rents, a company specializing in providing fake boyfriends, trying to impress even the most traditional Asian parents. Drew Chan's passion is art, but after his parents cut him off for dropping out of college to pursue his dreams, he becomes a Rent for Your Rents employee to keep a roof over his head. Luckily, learning protocols like Type C parents prefer, quiet, kind, zero PDA Jester comes naturally. When Chloe rents Drew, the mission is simple: convince her parents fake Drew is worthy of their approval so they stop pressuring her to accept a proposal from Hangbo, the wealthiest and slimiest young bachelor in their tight-knit Asian community. But when Chloe starts to fall for the real Drew, who unlike his fake persona is definitely not rent-worthy, her carefully cultivated light begins to unravel. Can she figure out what she wants before she loses everything? So that seems really interesting. And then the next book I finally caved and bought is Dance of Thieves by Mary Ear Pearson. And this is just basically a forbidden outlaw family that claims to be the first among nations, a son destined to lead thrust steadily into power. 3 fierce young women of the Ratan, the Queen's premier guard, a legendary street thief leading a mission determined to prove herself, a dark secret that is a threat to the entire continent. When outlaw leader meets reform theme, a cat and mouse game of false moves ensure, bringing them intimately together in a battle that may cost them in their lives and in their hearts. So yeah, those are all of the books that I bought in February. I look forward to reading all of them. I'll be leaving here on the side of me 2 videos on this video you guys should go check out. I try my hardest to post twice a week, and hopefully I will see you guys very soon with another video. Bye guys!